clean up in aisle 5? You're gonna need tear gas, pepper spray, and assault gear just to listen to this show.
Sasquatch, the moon landing, UFOs, 9/11, flat earth, JFK. All of these things have one thing in common: unanswered questions. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Now here's something completely random.
Animals in action, animals in action.
Random.
We using that in the intro?
Dice Man Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, a bunch of weirdos on a mic.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the weekly update on Let's Get to the Bottom of That. It's our weekly live stream that will... Oh, wow, there's the echo again.
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know. Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Why can't we ever get this right?
Who's echoing?
I don't know.
I hear it through my ears.
I hear it
don't
through
know.
mine. I mean, it's not all the time.
I don't hear
I
it.
hear actually I hear it now.
Yeah. So, oh, maybe that's... Let me turn that off, see what that...
Get the calibration of the alternator fixed.
It's... Do you have headphones in, Curtis?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Let's see if we hear it now. I'm gonna go your channel down, and let's see if we hear it. No, it's feeding back through his channel.
Through mine?
I don't hear it now.
I know, because I dropped him down.
Oh, so it's
So we're feeding back through his channel. That's amazing. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll drop
we're
out and
amateurs
I'll drop out and
We've been doing
rejoin.
this for 2 years, and
God help us.
welcome into the live stream.
Oh, and that was my son, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah, and I've got mix minus on, so anything that okay, I got it. There's no echo now.
Is he here?
Oh, he left.
he left.
Okay, well, he's
he's
coming
back.
back. Okay, good. Maybe it's just a rebooter. Yeah, I got you. Let me get you on the screen here. There we go.
What?
Curtis
Can you
on
get? Can you see
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I see you, bro.
All right. It just shows like an empty screen with a little icon
For you?
for me. Yeah,
You don't see us?
I see you guys, but not like my screen is blank.
I see you.
Oh, I see.
Hey, welcome in, American Pride. Deborah Edmond T. joined the live stream on TikTok. If you want to be part of the show, you can go to our website, bottomofthat.com, and click the blue button that says join the live stream. We'll get you on the show. You can shout out to your mom, which that's what most athletes want to do. Hello, Mom. Hey, he's checking it out. He's
on.
he's
Or your
like
mom.
he's like he's
It's Inception. He's the only one that's watching us.
so if let me say hey
Like and subscribe.
thank you Wildlife for joining the live stream on TikTok. If you want to be part of the show, we're live streaming on YouTube, Instagram, and Rumble, and also Facebook. TikTok, I'm only able to go live on the phone at the moment, but you can jump over to our website, bottomofthat.com, click on the blue button, and join the live stream. We'll pot you in here, whatever. And then also, I'm going to try a new thing tonight. I'm going to invite somebody to join the live stream as a guest. These names on TikTok just trip me out. Piddlety Tinkerton.
I don't know.
Should
why
I
they
invite
make it-
them in and just get them on the show?
I don't know. Maybe it's a bot.
It could be. Speaking of, we hear that thunder.
Was that thunder? I thought that was you.
It is, yeah. I was just over here ripping it. It is 7:35 on a Wednesday, 7:35 Central Eastern Time. It is raining out, cloudy,
With the chance of meatballs.
and chance of meatballs are coming down.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show. What do you got, Jason? What's going on?
I don't have anything. The Pope died.
The Pope died. I guess we could talk about that.
He's now in purgatory, and
But they did away with purgatory.
I don't know. Yeah, they changed their things.
Are you
That's my
serious?
son in the back.
No.
What
Jace, that's
Little-
Jace. He is.
He's large and in
He's
charge.
inceptioning us.
Yeah, he's like
On his
fascinated that he's watching
He's
us
got
on the
us
Switch right
on
now.
his Switch. He wants to be YouTuber.
Okay,
he
well,
wants to be
this is an
YouTuber.
introduction.
This
dude.
this is how it goes. This is
This
behind
is
the
it.
scenes.
This is it, bro. Nothing ever works.
the audio never works. Oh, and our feed went out for a minute. Did you see that?
That's
Oh,
probably
I-
the thunder.
Well, we'll do the best we can. Plus, we're live streaming. What up, Cat? Chris? It's hard to read names on here. What's up, Jennifer? Jennifer Girl 999. Thanks for joining the website. The live stream on TikTok.
He's funny.
Anyway, so the
All
Pope
right.
died. So
Pope
does
died.
that mean anything significant, or just popes have died in the past? So what's the big deal?
Most people die
Yeah, every day.
all the time.
So
I mean, like 25 million people die a year.
There's only been one person that hasn't died.
Who's that?
Jesus.
Well, actually, it's Enoch
well, he did die.
and Elijah.
You know,
Well, I guess not still dead.
Well, Jesus died and rose. Enoch just was not.
Was not what?
He was not here anymore.
What does that mean?
And Elijah came down, a fiery chariot came and picked him up. So he left in his physical body. He didn't die. Anyway, that's the record I've got.
I don't know if I don't know.
You don't know if you believe
I don't
the
know.
word of
I don't know how I
God?
feel about that.
You don't know about the
No, I
word?
know what you're talking about.
I know.
But I don't want
You've
to.
never really put that into.
No, I just don't want to like break that down right now. I just don't want to break that down. I don't want to argue tonight. I don't want to argue tonight.
It's too much.
Let Curtis go. Let Curtis. go.
Curtis, what do you got, bro?
well, I watched this video on Instagram today. Again, I don't know how accurate it is, but there was a guy who had predicted all of the Pope's deaths, and they said that this last one that died was going to die on Easter. This is like hundreds of years ago that he predicted this, and that it would be the last Pope before the end of the world.
Really?
Yeah, it was a really weird video, but it was just a girl talking. And you know how they do those videos where like one girl's talking, like she's talking to another person, but it's just her on the other
Oh
side.
yeah, she's talking to herself.
Yeah, talking to herself. And yeah, she was talking about how the Pope was going to die on Easter. He predicted that he was going to be born, that Pope was going to be born at a certain place, and it kind of matches up with where he had been born.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't investigate any further, but because I'm
I mean,
not
it could be
Catholic.
true. I mean, this could be it. I think 2030 is probably the end, and then, oh my God, what was that?
I hope that's on the microphone. That's pretty awesome.
That'd be cool if it was.
Thunder. Hey, is it thundering there?
Prophecy being
Curtis?
fulfilled.
No,
Okay. Yeah, it's thundering pretty hard here in Camtown.
probably
Other than
probably
that,
coming my way though.
Probably. Yeah, there was a lot of heavy rain. There's a lot of lightning and thunder going on. We're getting well, other than the Pope dying. Other than the Pope dying.
What is
I mean,
going on out there?
Well, it's just a thunderstorm.
I mean, I think we
There's
might
some
be on a
lightning's going
tornado
down.
watch.
You think so? Should we pull some kind of weather up?
Nah.
Nah, it's too hot outside.
Hey, if this is how we go, this is how we go.
This is it.
Doing what we love.
That's right.
Doing what we love.
Cheeks
I
out,
got
baby.
I got some
People
bad
we
bad
love.
jokes.
Bad jokes.
Yeah, we can go out to some bad jokes. You ready
Yeah,
for
you
'em?
did say you wanted to say a joke.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. I thought the word cesarean started with the letter S, but when I looked it up in the dictionary, it was in the C section.
Nice.
All right.
That was good. That was
good.
good. That was good.
It was
If,
in the C-section.
If having sex for money makes you a whore, then does having sex for free make you a nonprofit organization? All right, and the last one, guys.
Somebody's been reading them.
Yeah. What's Forrest Gump's password?
Bubblegum shrimp.
Nope. Jason, you want to try?
Jenny.
Nope.
Jenny.
You're getting closer. No.
Lieutenant Dan.
Nope. One Forrest one.
Wait, what?
One Forest one.
Like the number one Forrest and the number one.
You know, it's a play on Run,
Oh.
Forrest, Run.
I see.
It's not
Yes,
funny if you have to explain it.
because he had
That's
legs
true, yeah, right,
that
right.
ran with braces.
Well, no, because that was their tagline, Run, Forrest, Run, when the bullies started throwing rocks. at
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's right.
Remember?
That's right. Okay, it's been so long since I've seen it.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's a good movie though.
Well, he met Nixon.
It is.
It's a
Was
true
it
story.
Nixon?
Such, yeah, and he played for Roll Tide.
Oh, he did. That's right. I thought he met LBJ.
Oh, was that it? Really?
He met the
Whoa, whoa,
president
whoa, whoa.
because he met him a couple of times.
He met the president, and also there was George Wallace trying to stop black kids from going to a college
Yeah.
in Alabama. I don't know if you know about that.
My mom just chases him off the porch with a broom.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So Pope's dead.
cool.
I found this article here. Chinese have, in Beijing, robots have raced against humans in a half marathon for the first time. There
Okay.
was 21 humanoid robots. They raced alongside runners in a 13-mile course in Beijing on this past Saturday. Some of the robots, look at that.
Wow.
What is
Is that a
a
dwarf?
child
Is
robot?
that a
What do you-
dwarf robot?
Some of the robots
A
that took
midget
place
robot?
were 3 foot 9 inches. That is a hobbit.
Yeah.
While others were coming in at 5'9". Well, I'm 5'4". See what they got me. They had to resemble humans,
Are you 5'4"?
5'4" and a half.
Wow.
Get that in there. That is dwarfism.
I love that. I love that.
Sometimes I get this inclination I want to climb into a hole and just close the door behind me, but
Yeah.
and then it goes away quickly. And eat bread and smoke a pipe. They had to resemble humans to be able to walk or run. Wheels were not allowed, which kind of makes sense.
Bipedal.
We're not racing cars. We're racing humans. The winning robot was Taigong Ultra, which crossed the finish line with a time of 2 hours and 40 minutes, while the men's winner of the race had a time of 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Wow.
So
He sucks.
they're not beating us yet.
Not yet.
Tang Zhang, chief technology officer for the creator of the robot. See, the robots are all over not just Elon. They're making them all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
He said that its performance was aided by long legs and an algorithm allowing it to imitate how humans would run during a marathon.
Yeah, but I
Which
bet
makes sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that dog in them.
He said, "Oh yeah." The dog.
The dog.
I don't want to boast, but I think no other robotics firm in the West have matched Tiangong sporting achievements. Okay, is that a challenge or what?
They're always challenging.
Are we getting in the ring with these?
Don't challenge us.
Let's get in the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? The fighting robots. What was that
Oh, yeah.
movie?
With
Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Yeah.
With
With,
What if they're-
with Kurt Schroeder.
What if they're sore losers?
what's
What if
that?
what if their robots become sore losers? You know, because they didn't have enough time to learn how
And
to
that's how that all
lose
started.
race.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just the beta model.
Yeah. Check this out. He had the robot's battery.
That was a good one.
was
That's
changed.
just the beta model.
Okay.
I didn't get. Come on, man.
You lost me on that one.
That's pretty good.
He said he added that the robot's battery was changed just 3 times. During the race.
Wow.
Just 3. Okay. One robot fell at the starting line and lay on the ground for a few minutes
It's tired. Legs hurt.
I feel for him, man.
Wait, hey,
before
wait,
getting up. Wait, to his credit, he got up.
Hey, but wait.
Nobody picked him up.
Wait until he gets in a race with David
And then,
Goggins.
and then he joined in the race while another crashed into the railing, causing its human operator to fall over. Did you?
Human
They're
operator.
just wrecking. They're just wrecking the.
They're just.
They're just wrecking the race. Anyway, the robots were accompanied by human trainers, with some physically supporting the machines during the race. Look at that. Look at this. That's kind of
They
sad.
look exhausted.
That's sad right there.
Can you put
If
it on
you
the
can't see
screen?
it, let's see. I could. I'll probably bot something up if I do. Let's see if I can do it.
That was a good one.
I'll bot something up.
I could.
No,
It's too much. I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
it's okay. No one's in here, so we're fine.
Oh, there's 3 people watching somewhere.
It's my son,
Okay.
his friends, and a bot.
And a bot.
What are we doing here? All right, that's all I
Sorry.
got.
Hey,
Any
so
comments?
we have some
Oh, let me go to
exciting
the
news
we got a
though.
lot of comments.
Oh, wait. Curtis says exciting news.
Taylor's watching. Go ahead, bro.
So stay tuned, because we're gonna be dropping some new hats pretty soon. We got them over to the printer and getting the merch going. So if you haven't found us on Patreon, we're on Patreon at bottom of that. We're slowly building the site as we're doing this kind of post work and after hours and stuff like that. So, and I'm learning a lot about computers, like how to turn them on and stuff. So,
It's important.
yeah. So we got some hats coming. Not a lot of them, but as soon as we get one, we'll wear it on the show, and then you guys can tell us if you like it or not. And if you go subscribe on Patreon, we might send you one.
Okay, somebody's playing music in the back. What's up?
Who's this on TikTok?
Yeah.
Who is that? What's the name? What's the handle?
The handle is. Oh, we just lost it.
All right. Was it somebody laying on the couch and
Eating bread?
eating bread in Syria? That's what happened last time.
The weekly update. It keeps getting better.
Yeah, because we
We're
don't
just
have
doing
it for a
this-
couple of weeks, and then we get.
No, I think it's great.
Man, somebody knocked my Ace Freely over. It's not. That's just wrong.
No, you have to. So, did you watch any Andor episodes?
I haven't. I still gotta get. I gotta get season 1 done
Dude,
before I go to 2.
you-
You already on number 2?
Just I don't want to talk about.
You don't talk about this about the DeLoreans.
DeLoreans?
Yeah, in the Back to the Future.
We can talk to whatever you want to talk about. Clearly,
I
you
don't
had
know.
topics you want to talk about.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
you said no.
Talk about the DeLorean.
He-
You can't bring it up and then drop it.
Exactly. You brought it up.
Well-
you looked at it. You go, never mind. This is garbage.
It's just.
He doesn't like his own content.
It's back to. I know. Back to the Future DeLoreans has almost vanished from the UK roads. See,
That's weak. He said, it's pretty garbage. He at the last minute he found all these articles and he's like, I'm gonna throw this
I
on.
can't. I'm not doing anything.
And he's like, I
about that?
don't even know if I can do it.
But what about MG?
Thanks for the comment, Taylor.
That's funny.
I knew it would be like this with him bopping around and coming in and out of frame. Yeah.
Jace, yeah.
You should just get him on a mic.
Yeah,
Hey, Jace,
bunch
you
of
wanna say
weirdos
something?
on a
Come up
mic.
here. Tell him about how you play Fortnite all the time. Yep.
That comment of
In the mic.
the comment of my mom.
Uh-huh.
It's actually true. I've looked at it every single time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. He's talking about the comments that's been leaving on
Okay.
YouTube.
That's good. Appreciate that. What
All
else is going on?
Let's see.
Is there any stories?
We talked about the ladies going up to Mars
Did we already talk about that?
or Moon.
fake it
Where'd they
is?
go?
They didn't go to
Wherever they went.
so last week we were like, hey, they went to space. So
Mm-hmm.
I found out there's more information come back. They didn't go out to space. They went up to the almost
Atmosphere.
to the outer rim where
Yeah.
the air's going to get thin
Mm-hmm.
and you can and there was no 0G gravity at all. They can simulate that a little bit in the space they were in, no pun intended. But I don't know, the whole thing's shaky. I don't even know if they came down in the thing. Because when it landed, she opened the door.
Yeah.
You're supposed to open it
Yeah.
from
And
the
then
outside.
Jeff Bezos pulled
Yeah.
the door shut.
Right, and they were
then-
like, hey, sure,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to open this from the outside. It's just the whole thing is something's.
Something's
Even
fishy.
NASA came out and was blasting them, said they're not, they're tourists. They're not.
Oh,
they're
NASA
not,
did that?
Yeah, they're not astronauts.
No,
So
NASA
stop-
did that?
Yeah. So they said, just stop, dude.
Dang. Well, I mean, if they're paying Jeff Bezos
You think they paid
hundreds
him?
hundreds of millions of dollars to go up there.
Oh, they didn't get
Isn't-
paid?
No.
I think somebody should pay me to go up.
I think it's
Yeah.
bad when the government organization that's responsible for faking up so much stuff is blasting Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos' crew.
Right.
That's pretty bad.
That's
Hey, you're
funny.
making us look bad. You guys do that enough
We all know
yourself.
that's fake.
Yeah.
Come on, we could do better than that.
Somebody said it was Bezos' ego. That's why he made the rocket look like that shape.
What does it look like?
Well, I mean, you got your son in here.
Oh, okay. It looks like that?
You didn't see it?
I mean, I saw it, but it looks like a rocket ship.
No.
It doesn't.
No.
You think
That's
it looks
very-
like something else?
Well,
That's
sure.
very-
It looks like the
Has a
head.
very strong tip.
Yes, thank you. And then you've got a harem of women in it? Oh, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Come on, the symbolism is just too much.
It's a great day
You're
for
reading too much
feminism.
into it.
No, if it looked like the space shuttle and there were women in it, which there have been, nobody
Well,
would have thought
they've
why
gone
did-
away from
nobody,
the space shuttle.
Nobody would have thought.
This
Look,
isn't Armageddon.
does Elon's look like that?
Bruce Willis isn't going up in
Well,
space.
sure he is. He's got his hair blonde again.
He's not going to drill, baby, drill, frack.
Baby drill, frack on the asteroid.
Frack on the asteroid. Fantastic movie.
Yes,
Fantastic.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And I think I've said this before. Do you notice when that came out, like several of them came out?
Deep Impact, Armageddon.
Deep Impact.
It was like, hey, there's a asteroid. Let's go drill on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, did y'all write the same script?
Yeah. One was with
Pretty much.
Morgan Freeman.
Well, Morgan Freeman, they were going to blow it up
Yeah, with nukes.
with nukes. Because they didn't have Bruce Willis to drill it.
Yeah. They realized
That's-
the,
There was nukes on, yeah, both of them were nukes.
yeah, but the one that shot it out of the sky, they want drilled, baby, drill.
Yeah, the drill made more sense.
Nah, none of it made sense,
He
man.
said, but guys, Taylor said, but guys, let's go ahead and put that out there.
They held space for us.
Thanks for that comment, Taylor.
But
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did hold space for you guys. What did they achieve? Absolutely
What
nothing.
else is happening?
Shannon Sharp's in trouble.
I don't know. Who's that?
Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp,
Sharp.
wasn't he quarterback?
No, he's retired from the NFL, but he was on ESPN with. He had like a segment with another gentleman. I know the name of it. I just forgot right now. But anyways, there's a scandal with him. Somebody's trying to frame him for sexual misconduct. But it's the same people that are, same lawyer actually that tried to go after Jay-Z and tie Jay-Z to the P. Diddy stuff.
Oh,
Tried to tie him to the P. Diddy stuff and tried to tie Jay-Z to an underage girl back in the early 90s.
Really?
gotcha.
Yeah. But this guy, Shannon, has like receipts, has all the receipts of like the conversations he's had. And but you know
Well, that's
what's
good.
scary though is the AI, you can take whatever, like you can take whatever conversation we have and then change it. And so it could seem as though we are having a conversation that could be inappropriate. You wouldn't know.
Really?
So, for example, we can do anything with AI, right?
Okay.
So we can change my voice or change this conversation so this conversation goes a different way. And now it's AI yelling at each other, arguing, getting a heated conversation, but it's not us. It's just AI. And you can do that and then post that on the internet, right? You post that on the internet. People form their own opinions, and they're already dead by social media, by your peers' opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even though you're innocent, nobody can do anything about it because the
even-
damage has been done.
Damage has been done to people's careers, family, reputation. Just think about that. I mean, that's next. And even if you go to court,
hey,
you
Tina
find
Wallace. Hold on, let me get her in here.
even if you do go to court and find out, through forensics that it was all generated, it's too late, and no one's gonna care because your life has
Yeah.
already been dismantled. Sure, you win a defamation lawsuit, but I mean, now you lost 2 years of work that you could have had.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
Speaking of defamation lawsuit, I just recently watched the Rum Diaries again, and I think that's where Johnny Depp met Amber Heard, if I'm not mistaken. And it puts a whole new light after Johnny Depp's defamation case. Because I was like, dude, run, bro, run the whole time. I'm watching this. I'm like, run away, run faster.
Didn't she poop on
Mhm.
his bed or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, on his pillow.
Did she try to pass it off like the dog did it?
Yeah, dude.
I think so.
I mean, who hasn't though?
I mean, on purpose?
yeah, or by accident.
Well, I mean,
We've had a few crazy nights.
oh yeah.
You were in the military.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes it'll slip out and you won't even realize it. That's why I
Right,
always say never
right over
trust a
somebody's
fart.
pillow.
You should never trust a fart because
Don't trust anybody.
you try to let one out and then all of a sudden you got a lump of coal in your drawers.
Number cool.
Yeah. And then you
you're
can't take
squeezing
care
that
of it.
tight?
It's just squish. Yeah, it's squishy.
What's that?
I said you were squeezing that tight to turn it into coal.
Yeah.
I think that's it, man. I think that's all we got.
Byron, have you seen Don't Look Up?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he doesn't want to because he says it's too liberal.
Whoa,
Because
whoa, whoa,
Michelle
whoa, whoa,
Obama.
Don't
No.
look up. Isn't that where they?
No, wait. That's with.
Wait, this is with Channing Tatum.
No, that's
Tatum.
with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I think
Good
the
movie.
I
plot
don't think I've
is
seen that one.
my wife keeps trying to get me to watch it, and I'm like, nah.
No,
I
it's
did
good.
see
It's
the
good.
one
I saw it's
with
good.
what's
She
her
keeps
name?
saying it.
Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum.
I think it was who's the
Fake
Mockingbird? What's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
She's in that.
Yes, I have seen that. Jennifer Lawrence, and they're
Chris
like,
Pratt.
"Hey, everybody wasn't taking them serious. The end of the world
Yeah.
is happening."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did see
You see
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Did you
We
see
just-
the "Fly Me to the Moon"?
No.
That's a song by Frank
That was pretty
Sinatra.
good. Fly me to the moon.
It's a great song.
That's all you guys know
Give
of
me
it?
some of that really good cheese.
I don't think that's how that goes.
We got somebody in here.
No.
Oh, it's Aaron. Is that Pastor Aaron? Let's go in here. Let's get him
Okay.
in here. Hold on.
Aranese? Is this Aranese?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going
What's
on?
Oh.
up, my brother?
How you guys doing?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So you're a pastor, huh?
Yeah, that's correct.
Amen.
Currently
Cool.
or retired?
Currently,
Currently. All right.
That's awesome. Where do you pastor at?
a little town in Oregon.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
How long you been in that?
I've been here for 2 years, but I've been pastoring for about 20.
Oh wow.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, wow. Well, we're
Cool.
about to do.
Well, that's awesome.
We're about to do a few episodes this weekend. And one's going to be over the Rapture. I think Byron's really excited for it.
Yes.
I think we're gonna.
We're gonna split some denominations.
We're gonna split some denominations on this one. Yeah.
We're gonna start 4 new churches.
We're all is he gonna split the weirdos
yeah,
up.
right.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're.
Well, what's going on here? You want to shout out to anybody or give us your thoughts on the show? Something you want us to talk about in the future?
yeah.
No, I'm liking the show. You guys are doing good.
Well, we appreciate that. We
Thank you.
always talk about. We don't know what we're doing usually.
Typically, yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
I know most of us have pretty similar theology, but I think Byron and Joey are coming around to the correct one here.
The correct.
So which I'm glad they are.
Yeah, just steer us from the right direction.
But yeah, I know we get a lot of comments, talking about how we don't know what we're talking about, which is true. So we're just glad that you guys stay along for the ride.
Because you're Jason, right? You don't.
Yeah.
You're the one that keeps saying you don't believe in the rapture, or
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
so. Where does Curtis and Byron stand on that?
On the rapture?
So,
Well,
he doesn't want to get into it.
I'll say it like this.
He's-
I'll say it like this. Of course, the word rapture is not in the Bible, but there is the word rapture means snatched away or to be carried away. That teaching is in the Bible, and I only believe that there is. Now, when you say rapture, of course, everybody goes to
The books.
to the end times. Tim LaHaye,
Yeah.
the
Kirk
Jenkins,
Cameron.
Kirk Cameron, the Left Behind series. And my take is, of course, there's snatching away in the Bible. You got Enoch, you got Elijah, Jesus was swept away, and it does talk about that very definitely in First Thessalonians, that there will be one day that the dead in Christ shall rise, and those who remain will be swept away or caught up to meet him in the air. That is a clear teaching. But what the angle we're going to come at, or I am, is it's not connected to any of the other events that people usually put them together with.
Yeah,
I
they're-
think that's the final judgment.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of on
So
the same
that's why
line.
I don't believe there's not a rapture. I believe there
I
is
just don't.
one.
Yes, I don't believe it's what it's been depicted over the last, I don't know,
100 years.
100 years since this teaching has started. Yeah, and the reason why I got into it is because I listened to what's the dude's name? Dude, he's Moody Church. Moody.
Dwight L. Moody?
Yeah, no, but he's the pastor up there in Chicago. What's his name?
He's
Creflo
current pastor?
Dollar?
Yeah, he's a pastor. What's his name? Anyway,
Francis Chan?
no, I think Hannah will know because
Oh, yeah. She in
she's
here?
talked
Oh,
about
here
it.
we go. Jason, no.
Yeah, no, she's upset that I don't believe in the rapture. But anyway, he did a
Jason,
whole segment.
no.
He did a whole segment on this, and it just made me go down this path of just looking into it and just finding out when my views have changed and over the years and evolved. Like I don't believe like what the Left Behind books kind of depict. I think it's different. I think it more falls on the line of what you're saying, Byron. But we're going to get into that this Saturday, which I'm really interested because I know Curtis has different thoughts and I know Joey has different thoughts. And
Yeah.
My thoughts are pretty. I think the lazy man's way out.
Oh.
Not really lazy man's way out, but I've studied all the different beliefs, premillennial, amillennial, all that stuff, and my conclusion was I'm on the right side, and it doesn't matter. Just be ready to suffer if you're gonna, that's kind of like
You sound on the
Yeah.
right side.
yeah.
You hold to the pan theory. It'll all
What's
pan
that?
out in the end. The pan
Yep,
theory.
exactly. It'll all pan out in the end.
It all
I know.
okay.
I know where my victory is, and if I got to suffer a little bit, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of seems like the way life's been going. It's kind of in the tribulation right now. So maybe that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Saying too much.
It's gonna be a fun show,
Yeah.
and Hannah will love us for it.
So is this week the time that you start where you do 3 or 4 shows at a time?
yeah,
Yeah, we meet
Yeah.
once a month, typically on a Saturday, and then we try to knock 4 shows out, which will get us through the month. So coming up, we've already got we just dropped Dead Internet Theory, which is tracking way above average. Thanks for that, Hannah. And then we got a show coming up called Who Gives a Bleep.
No, it's who gives.
oh,
gives, yeah.
I changed
Just
it.
who
gives a-
gives.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was going to put who gives a, and then put some asterisks in there just for some clicks.
just for some clickbait.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who gives? Nobody's going to click on
That's
that.
funny.
So anyway, it's about giving to charitable organizations. That's coming up, and then Saturday we're going to record, and that'll take care of our May month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when we put out the rapture, be sure to give your opinion on all of it, or in the Discord. Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
Oh yeah,
Forgot.
welcome to the Discord,
thank
AA
you.
Ron. I like how you put AA Ron in there.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, you don't know that joke?
Oh, of
I
course I do.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
D nice.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're
I
excited.
got to
to
go
do-
pick my kid up. Okay, you're excused.
Yeah, we're excited to do the rapture and see where that takes us.
Yeah, and then Hannah's coming in hot because the Dead Internet Theory, she had that, and the Tartarian Empire
Tartarian Empire.
coming up. So
I was
we're doing
really
that.
interested in that one. I just researched it pretty heavily tonight, and
Did you really?
yeah, I got
I started.
I got a lot of
doing
good notes on it.
QAnon as well. I started working on that, researching on QAnon, and then we're just going to do another show called Conspiracy Theories, which is we're going to talk about what they are, how they came around, and then what is out there that's came true, and what are still theories.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
anyway.
So
That's going to be kind of like our what's that psyops episode?
Oh yeah, we were in a psyop doing a
It's,
psyop episode.
it's well, I mean, in the sense that we were talking about psyops in general, not specific ones. I mean, we did mention specific ones, but then it was more like how do you figure out a psyop? This one's like, what are conspiracy theories?
Yeah. How do you figure out one? And can you start one on a website?
Oh, don't tempt me.
Can you start one? That's the question.
Can you start a conspiracy theory or start a psyop? Or both?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Can you start a conspiracy theory that is a psyop?
Oh, there you go.
I think so. We've got Hannah. She wants to join in because probably we've gotten under her skin. Let's get Hannah in the show here. Go ahead, Hannah. What's on your mind? Welcome to the show. Well, she's there. Her video's off. Her mic's on.
No video.
Well, that's cool. You there, Hannah? Anyway.
All right. Well,
Just a ticking sound.
Oh dang! Too bad. Oh no. But yeah, so we're excited, and yeah, that's all we got really.
Yeah.
If you have more, or...
I've got nothing.
I'm asking Aaron. Hey, Aaron, what's your favorite episode that we've done?
Man, I don't know. I think I'd have to kind of think back on it.
How long have you been listening?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Like I was looking up the Nephilim stuff, and that's what got me onto your podcast. And then I just, I don't know. That was one of your more, that's like one of your, I forget which episode that was, but I've ended up going back and listening to pretty much all of them.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Cool.
That's funny you say that.
I kind of liked it when you went through the Colts. You had a couple
yeah.
Colt series. That was pretty good.
I really liked that series. I really did.
Yeah, it kind of opened my eyes to some of them. Like I didn't understand a lot of it. And then I don't know if I really necessarily have a favorite, but the Nephilim's what got me started on you guys.
Cool.
And I think it's cool just because you don't claim to be experts and you don't have a bunch of experts on and just talk about it and it just makes me think and I go look up my own stuff too. So
yeah,
get different thoughts.
And that's what I told Byron and Joey. And I think Mike when we first started. That's the whole point. And I think for me, my whole Christian walk, I've had so many people, and I can, and a lot of people probably can attest to the same thing, like teach you and say this is the theology that you believe, and this is the right one. Then you go to another church or another denomination, they say the same thing. But I think my goal is to have you see or hear or listen to something, a concept, an idea, think about it, and then form your own opinion by doing the research. I think a lot of Christians these days, they lose that idea that you can't go and research and form your own opinion. You just have to be fed something and then be like, okay, I guess that's what it is now. I'm going to go about my day. No, you still use wisdom, still use discretion, and formulate your own, and don't, and then if it doesn't deviate from the main meat of Christian theology,
right?
Then right, like the rapture.
Well,
that's anyway.
That's what I'm saying, because you've got that one. It's like the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. That's the starting point right there. Everybody has to agree with that.
Yeah, and
right.
So that's
the absolute truth you have to believe in.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That is Christianity 101. You got to start there, and then all this other stuff. It just kind of, what's heaven look like? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Flowers,
Yeah,
clouds.
no, yeah. So in like I sent the guys a YouTube video. I sent you guys a YouTube video. All right. Okay. I sent the guys a YouTube video earlier today about.
I watched it.
Oh yeah. And so
I like hers.
Yeah,
I've watched her stuff.
I watched it too. Anyway, she's like, where do you draw the line between heresy and just bad theology?
Yeah.
Catholicism.
Welcome to the program, Hannah.
What did you say? What?
I said Catholicism.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Oh, boy.
definitely
That's
draw
the
the line
line.
there, sister.
Yeah. We got one of those.
I'm with you, Hannah.
What?
Yes, the Rome
Yes.
has ruined it, bro. Come on.
But did you see the problem with that mentality? Because people can say the same thing about Protestants. They can still say the
I
same
can tell
thing.
you one thing.
That's why atheists
no,
have
you
a bad.
can't.
Yes.
No,
Oh
you
my
can't.
gosh.
I don't have a different Bible, bro. I don't. I don't read from a different Bible. I got one.
Have you not read the Book of Enoch?
I've got one.
Have you
That's
not
not
read
my
it?
Bible.
But have you read it? Though?
Yes. Have you
Okay.
read
They-
St. James?
Yes, but they don't say this is now taking
They've
place
got a
of.
Catholic
This is
Bible.
also an
They
extension.
pray to saints. They pray to Mary, Mother of
They
Jesus.
teach word
It's
salvation.
wrong.
Have you guys
Anyway.
listened
Hey, you
to Wes
said we
Huff
were going to
stuff
do
at all?
this.
What's that? Go
West
ahead.
what?
Wesley Huff?
Yes,
Yes.
Wesley Huff.
No.
I like Wesley.
I
Fanboy.
just got into him not that
follow
long
his-
ago. Just
Yeah, somebody accused me of being a fanboy of his.
Of what?
Actually, I did not accuse you. You told me you were a fanboy.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you're in a good group, Byron. Don't worry.
Point taken.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Hey, I'm a
he's
big
got-
fan too. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's good stuff.
Yeah, I started researching, and he's been around for a while, and he's just recently kind of came to the top of the surface.
Yeah, because I guess he had a big YouTube debate or something like that with Billy Carson, and then he got on Joe Rogan, and that made him well known now.
Yeah.
Calling it a debate was a little generous. Not on Wesley's part, just because it's clear that Mark and Billy had no idea how to actually conduct a formal debate. So I'd say it's more of a conversation, but I
All
watched it. Wesley mopped the floor with him.
Yeah, I think the biggest part that Wesley said is Billy's been out on the internet spouting this stuff for years, and no one's called him out on it ever. And Wesley just simply asked questions about some of his stuff that he was saying, like, well, where did you get that source? And where did you get that? And he was just calling him out, and he couldn't answer it, and then, chopped his leg off from under him.
Because he's a grifter.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I like Wes. I think he's got really good talking points in theology. I'm trying to think of any other apologist that I would.
I follow Frank Turek a lot.
Yeah, I used to follow one, but I don't know, I don't want to say his name because
Kenneth Copeland?
No, because he had a big old scandal. No, because he had a big old scandal before or
Joel
after
Osteen?
he died. No, Ravi Zacharias.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you negate everything he did as an
No.
apologist.
I think that's part of the problem.
Huh? Go ahead.
I think that's part of the problem. People negate, even though they have truth. Even though they talk, they do something really stupid. Then they end up being negated for everything they did, instead of just taking the meat and leaving the bones.
Yeah, I agree.
David had an affair and murdered a guy, and the Psalms are still in the Bible.
Yeah, no, I
Right.
agree. No, I agree. It's when I bring up Ravi to a lot of people, they kind of like wince, and
Right.
so I just try not to. But I mean,
Oh, there's a raccoon in my parking lot.
he's the one that got me into apologetics. He's the one that got me into diving deeper because on his segment was called "Let My People Think," and I it's from just my experience, Christians tend to not want to think critically. They think you can't think critically and also have faith and have both.
You're talking about the Ravi Zacharias stuff?
No, I'm just talking about it in general. That's
Okay.
his segment was called "Let My People
Yeah.
Think," and so that's kind of why I got into this whole, down the rabbit hole with apologetics and
Yeah.
trying to formulate.
Because you were trying to think.
Just let me think, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my spiel.
I always go back to 1 Timothy 1, 3 through 5. I'm going to start in 4. It says, "Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do. Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of good conscience and of faith unfeigned." I know there's more to that. I didn't want to read a whole chapter or whatever, but I listen to all that stuff, and I feel like I'm I used to read like Francis Chan books and, Ravi Zacharias books, and I still read C.S. Lewis and stuff like that, some of the older thinkers, and a lot of G.K. Chesterton, but I'm not I'm not hip with some of the newer people coming out there. I just kind of like I think I kind of learned what I learned, and it's more. I said this on one of the podcasts. Is like there's an idea in kung fu is learn the form, but then seek the formless.
Right. Yeah. You
And
said
just
that.
kind of go live it, And I think that's kind of where I'm at theologically. So like all these, I used to argue like crazy, especially when I was back in Bible college. You learn something and then you form a really hard opinion about it, and then it's like I end up breaking some relationships with these arguments, and
Wow.
yeah, I mean, like by the end of this argument, I had totally walked up and down this guy with my knowledge of the Bible and stuff like that, and then he was crying by the end of it, and we weren't friends afterwards. And I was like, that is not, it's not a good look. Two, it's not a good place to, that's not what the faith is about. So
No, I mean you don't want to make people cry. That's
yeah,
I think a lot of times people they make their theology concrete, and then when they see other things instead of a lot of mine. I have my few concrete things like the only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ, and then there's a couple along those lines. But everything else that used to be concrete is turned into putty to me because it's like, is this really legit or not?
yeah. Or does it matter what I believe on this? Can somebody else have a differing opinion and be okay? Can we still be brothers? I think
Right.
that's I think unification is kind of where my whole theology, unification of the brotherhood, you know. But I grew up we were a Church of Christ, so it was very like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that, and it was, I think growing up in that, you kind of start to reject some of the stuff that you realize doesn't matter, and
Right.
I think that's where I kind of came from. So
Well, I mean,
Church of Christ. Didn't they believe that that congregation was the only one going to make it to heaven?
that
I
was,
always heard that. I never asked one, but I always heard rumors.
I mean, I feel like, well, at least around where I grew up, there was a lot of, if you were First Baptist, they're the ones who thought that they were going to heaven. Everybody else, well, like, how much good could we have done if we would quit bickering about theology and interdenominational politics and stuff like that, and just love each other despite? I mean, like Aaron said, there's a few concrete things that you have to believe to be a Christian. And I look back at the first century church where there was whole houses being baptized into Christ, and you think that they had the Roman road? You think they had like the 5 points of salvation? You think that they had all that? No, they believed that Jesus is who he said he was, and then they did what they were told to do, and then this amazing community came out of it. And I think it's over the past couple thousand years where we've had to have a new sermon every Sunday, that kind of stuff, where we start getting these weird beliefs going, and it ends up being somebody's bias. It's like a bias confirmation over what the Bible's actually saying.
Yeah.
So
Well, there you have it, folks.
there you go. We solved it.
Mic
we
drop.
solved it. Mic drop. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
mic
mic
drop.
drop.
Dang.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
Byron, I had a question for you.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You said that you were going to cover QAnon. Are you going to talk about Jim and Ron Watkins?
I'm reading through my resource right now is Dave Hayes. He's got 4 books that he's chronologized. Chronologized, is that the right word? Chronicalized. The first one is Calm Before the Storm. So I've heard that name. So I'm
So
not going to say
that's who most people think were behind Q for the majority of the time.
yeah.
Okay.
There's
I'm
a very
gonna-
interesting documentary or docu-series. I think it's called Into the Storm, where somebody kind of they investigated like that part of it specifically, and they like actually went over to the Philippines and spent time with them, and it was very interesting. I was just
I
curious.
have heard that name, so I'll probably run across that name when I'm
I just
when I'm
Googled
going-
it,
when
so
I'm
I'll
going
add
through
it to
this
my
book.
research too.
Yeah, I was just curious because it's a very interesting piece of that whole thing.
Are we doing that this week?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Because I will be there.
Bring your QAnon shaman hat.
Shut up.
Oh, no.
Okay, please.
I should have bought one of those.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and cut it. The live stream.
Thanks,
Appreciate y'all
Aaron,
joining.
showing your face. Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah, Aaron.
You guys be blessed.
Hey, y'all
You
have
too,
a good
man.
rest of the week.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
That's going to do it for us. Make sure you keep one fist in the goal and one foot in the gutter, and always get to the bottom of that.